What's going on, guys? Bodacious Steve here. Now, we just had the last word drop yesterday, and so I have been playing around with it, and I'm going to compare it to the Luna's Howl, which is one of the best weapons to use in the Crucible. Without further ado, let's get into it. As we all know, the Luna's Howl is one of the best Crucible weapons in the game, so we brought it into custom games to face off head-to-head against the last word. On paper, the last word should be the best hand cannon in the game, because it is a 225 RPM hand cannon, which is the only one in the game like that, and it also lands 68 a crit, which means you can 3-tap people at 225 RPM. But that does not take into account the recoil pattern of the last word compared to the recoil pattern of the Luna, so let's check those out. I'm not totally sure why it's so bad, but as you can see, if you zoom in with the last word, you're going to be aiming at the ceiling once you reach the 8th bullet in the mag. It's freaking ridiculous how bad the recoil is whenever you zoom in with the last word, so you have to use it as a hip-fire weapon on console at least. Now for the Luna's Howl, you can zoom in and you'll have no issue dealing with the recoil. It does go up a little bit, but it is insanely easy to control compared to the last word. But whenever you hip fire the last word, it's got some decent stability, but it's also got an exotic perk called Fan Fire, where accuracy on successive hip fire damage is increased. And the Luna's Howl accuracy is the exact same when firing from the hip. These two weapons went head to head 3 times, and the results were actually pretty shocking. The first time we did it, we were at close range, and the Luna's Howl won, believe it or not. Second time, we had a tie, and the third time, the last word won. So obviously, if you land all 3 crit shots at close range with the last word, you're gonna win, but that is not plausible every single time. Just because of recoil and getting shot by the other enemy, it's not as plausible for you to be landing these shots every single time. So we did a couple little play tests where we were fighting against each other, as you can see in the background right here, and I did pretty well with the last word, but that was only against one Guardian. Whenever you're facing multiple Guardians, this weapon can be very difficult to use because you have multiple enemies attacking you at the same time. Overall, I think the last word is really good, but the Luna's Howl outshines it in the Crucible just because it is more consistent. Now, if the last word gets a buff and the recoil is reduced, we could be looking at the best hand cannon in the game. But for now, I think that the Luna's Howl trumps the last word just because it is more consistent and it is easier to use on console. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to let me know what you think about the last word if you've gotten it already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.